You are listening to Money Matters Podcast. Step into a world full of worth and financial intelligence. Dedicated to bringing awareness, empowering the world to financial freedom and personal development.
Welcome to the Money Matters Podcast. I go by the name Clever Pinero. Today I'm going to be talking about everything that you need to know about the coronavirus stimulus checks that's going to be paying everybody living in America with a social security number that qualifies. If you live in America, you have a social security number and you qualify, you're going to be getting $1,200 coronavirus stimulus check from the U.S. government. And this money is part of a $2 trillion coronavirus package that the government signed to support the American economy. And this is a little breakdown of how the $2 trillion is going to be distributed to support the economy. About $500 billion is going to be supporting businesses, giving businesses loans and stuff like that. About $130 billion is going to be supporting the hospitals to fight the coronavirus. It's a lot of hospitals that are in bad shape that needs help, financial help in fighting the coronavirus. So $130 billion is going to be pushed to that side to support the hospitals. About $50 billion is going to be supporting the airline industry. About $10 billion is going to be used for defense, soldiers, National Guards. About $500 billion is going to be supporting the American citizens. That's where all the checks are going to be coming from, the $500 billion. And, the rest of the money goes to farmers, food, schools, and others. So this is how you qualify for this coronavirus stimulus check. Any American or anybody living in America with a social security number that makes $75,000 or less is going to get $1,200 from the government. If you live in America, you have a social security number and you make less than $75,000, you are going to get $1,200 check from the government. If you live in America with a social security number and you make more than $75,000 but less than $99,000, you will still get some money from the government, but it's going to be less than $1,200. If you live in America, you make more than $75,000, but you make less than $99,000, you're still going to get some money from the government, but it's going to be less than $1,200. If you make more than $99,000, that is, people that make over $100,000, you're not getting no money from the government. You get a big fat zero. Anybody that makes more than $99,000, you get nothing from the government. Now, if you a couple, you guys file together, everything just doubles. You a couple and you make less than $150,000, which is, $75,000 times 2, you're going to get $2,400 from the government. If you're a couple and you make less than $150,000, you will get $2,400 from the government. If you're a couple and you make more than $150,000 but less than $198,000, you will still get some money from the government, but it's going to be less than $2,400. Now, if you're a couple and you make more than $198,000, you're considered by the government to be making way too much money. So you get a big fat zero. You don't get nothing. Now, if you have kids, children under the age of 16, the government is going to give you $500 each. So if you got 2 kids, you're going to get $1,000. You got 3, you're going to get $1,500. So that's how the money breaks down. If you have kids, you're going to get $500 each for each kid. That's anybody less than 16 years old or younger. If you file your taxes in 2018 or 2019, or if you don't file taxes but you still receive Social Security, you don't have to do anything. You guarantee a check automatically. You don't have to do anything. Just relax. The check is going to come. If you don't file taxes and you don't get no Social Security, the government mentioned that the government is going to set up a website and you'll be able to go to the website and, put your information in there so you'll be able to get your check. And the website is going to be available somewhere in mid-April. And anybody living in America with a Social Security number that has already set up a direct deposit in the system, when you file your taxes, you already set up a direct deposit. You're going to get your money electronically, straight up to your bank. People with direct deposits are going to get their money faster than people without direct deposit. People without a direct deposit, you're still going to get your money, but it's going to take a little longer in the mail. And for people with student loans are suspended until September 30th. So there will be no interest on student loans until September 30th. So, you could take advantage and still make payments. And, every payment that you make is going to go straight into the principal and just bring the money down. So If you have the money to make payments, you can still go ahead and make payments. It's going to help you. But if you don't have to make any payments until September 30th. That's everything you need to know about the coronavirus stimulus checks. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, or you can send us an email at themoneymatterspodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. Subscribe, like, and share.
That's all for today. Until we meet again next time, never stop learning. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to our channel. Email us at themoneymatterspodcast@gmail.com.